Welcome to the Slowdown, a space to pause, breathe, and come back to yourself. I'm Catherine, a yoga teacher and embodiment guide, and together we'll explore what it looks like to live with intention through reflection and somatic practices. This podcast is for you if you are moving through change, overwhelm, or you're just looking for a more mindful, embodied way of being in our world today. So grab a warm drink, get comfy, and let's settle in together. Is it just me, or is March flying by? Let's start today with a nice breath in and an even longer breath out. There is a word that's been popping into my mind over and over again this past week, and it's tending. Since we went to the greenhouse a couple weeks ago, my houseplants have been getting a lot of extra attention. I've been moving things around, repotting a few plants, and tidying different corners of the house. It feels like the first quiet whispers of spring energy beginning to move through. I've noticed myself wanting to care for the spaces around me a little more intentionally, adjusting things, making room, giving attention where it's needed. It feels like I've been tending to my environment, and that word has stayed with me. What does the word tending bring up for you? When I sit with it, it feels loving, gentle, soft, caring, intentional, like something we return to again and again, but not with urgency, with presence. Tending isn't about fixing everything at once. It's about small, consistent acts of care, which led me to wonder, what am I tending to in my life right now? At the beginning of the year, the words that came to me were structure and play. Lately, I've been leaning heavily into the structure side of things. I've been working behind the scenes, building and offering a few new things into the world, figuring out the rhythms of it all as I go. And structure has helped me hold that process together. But recently, I've noticed something else starting to appear again: joy and play. The feeling of creating something and sharing it without needing it to be perfect. Letting myself experiment a little, not taking myself too seriously as I step into something new. Because the truth is, when we're entering unknown territory, it would be very easy to stay caught in the questions and the uncertainties. But tending reminds me that growth doesn't happen all at once. It happens through small moments of care and attention over time. Just like with plants. A little water, a little sunlight, a little space to grow. And suddenly, something begins to shift. So I've been asking myself this question: what are the things in my life that I want to be tending to right now? Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's your creativity. Maybe it's your energy, your body, your mental health, or the spaces you move through every day. Sometimes the most meaningful changes in our lives come from not pushing harder, but simply tending to what matters a little bit at a time. What would it be like to tend to your own nervous system in this way? Not trying to force ourselves into calm, Not expecting everything to shift all at once, but offering small moments of care. A breath, a pause, a simple practice that reminds the body it doesn't have to carry everything alone. Just like tending to a plant. These moments don't need to be big to matter. They're often small. These consistent gestures that slowly change the environment we're living in. So, let's get into our somatic practice for this week. Think of it as a way of tending to yourself for a moment. Nothing to fix, nothing to get right. Just a chance to notice what's here and offer your system a little care. If it feels available to you, begin by pausing wherever you are. You can be standing or seated. Let your body settle into whatever position feels most supportive right now. Take a slow breath in through your nose and let it fall gently out of your mouth. Again, breathing in slowly and allowing the exhale to be long and easy. There's nothing you need to change or fix. Just noticing that you're here right now. Now bring your attention down towards your feet. If you're standing, notice the feeling of your feet meeting the ground. If you're seated, notice the contact of your feet with the floor, or maybe the weight of your body being held on the chair beneath you. Take a moment to simply feel that support. You might notice the pressure of your heels, the balls of your feet, or the way your weight distributes from side to side. Just allowing your awareness to rest there for a moment. Now gently press your feet into the ground, not with force, but just enough that you can feel the engagement of your legs and the connection beneath you. Hold that gentle pressure for a few seconds, and then slowly release. Notice what happens in your body when you let go of the pressure. You might try that again, pressing your feet down into the ground, feeling the contact, the stability, the sense of something solid beneath you, and then releasing. You might do this 2 or 3 more times at your own pace, pressing and releasing, each time noticing how your body responds. Sometimes this simple act of pressing into the ground can remind the nervous system that there is support here, that you don't have to hold yourself up entirely on your own. As you continue breathing, you might imagine that support traveling upward through the body, from your feet, your legs, into your hips, your spine, your shoulders, almost like roots slowly growing while the rest of your body softens from above. Let your jaw relax a little. Let your shoulders drop if they want to. And just notice how it feels to take up space while being supported at the same time. Stay here for another breath or two, feeling your feet, feeling the ground beneath you, feeling the quiet steadiness of that support. When you're ready, take one final slow breath in through the nose and a longer breath out through the mouth. And before moving on, you might gently remind yourself, I don't have to hold everything on my own. There is support available for me. You can return to this practice anytime during the week, especially in moments when things begin to feel overwhelming or pressured. As you move through the week ahead, see what it feels like to move through your days with that spirit of tending. Checking in with yourself, noticing what's asking for care, and remembering that small moments of support can shift more than we realize. Sometimes the most meaningful changes happen quietly through the simple act of paying attention. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. If this episode supported you in any way, I'd love for you to like, comment, and share it with someone who might need it too. You can connect with me on Instagram at embodiedjourney_, where I share reflections, practices, and gentle reminders to live with more intention. You can find links to my website and ways to connect in the show notes. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep coming back to what feels supportive for you. I'm so glad you're here.